Welcome to Vote Sports. Today we are going to be talking about Nigerians on the move. Iheanacho is moving to Spain after almost 10 years or 8 to 10 years in England. If you see that move and where Sevilla at, Sevilla is at the bottom half of the league last season. They are trying to build a game for next season. Now he's moving to that club. Do you think do you think that he's going to be doing well there?
See, I've said this before. He's a good player. He's always moved in the right directions. If you look at him, from this move to Man City up to the move at Leicester City, he has always been a fantastic move for him, but he's always been on the bench. Now, for Leicester City, his best record came, I think, in 2020 when he had 2 goals or 12 goals involvement in a season. Let's say 14 goals involvement in a season, where he scored 12 goals and 2 assists also. That was in 2020-2021 season. And that was his best record so far recorded. You see, other seasons he's having 20, and that was in 25 games. I think he played 25 games that season. He's had 5 goals in 23 matches. And for Sevilla, this period, I think Enesri is leaving. Yes. So with Enesri going to the Saudi or perhaps to Turkey, it opens that gap of depth in the Sevilla side. So I know they have enough creative option, enough striking power. John would say they have other. Enesri is their top 9, so he's coming to replace Enesri. I doubt that because
they play 2 different.
They play style of play. Yes,
style of play is different.
Enesri just likes to play on the counter attack. He holds up play very well. He plays on the break. While Iheanacho is a build-up player. You get, so these are 2 players that could fit into the coach's 2 angles of style. Maybe I always say this: you look at your bench, you see something different on your bench, and I think that's what Iheanacho brings to the team. He might be coming into play as a bench player, but not really coming to fight. Not really coming in to fight. You know,
I find it very refreshing that you said he has always made the right move. That's terrible to say about any player in this scenario. Iheanacho made a very wrong move going to Manchester City.
I'm not saying aside that.
I'm not yet done. As against going to a club where you can get first team football. I've always said it, and I'll keep saying it, that in football, footballers are looking for a home, a club where you can go, you can get a starting bet, you can play in your favorite position, you can make an impact and make a contribution into the side. Now, Kelechi Iheanacho hasn't had that at Man City. It's clear for everyone to see the move didn't work out. He didn't get enough game time, and then the manager who came in was not the one who didn't want him in the first place, so they moved him on, obviously. But at Leicester City, he actually blossomed, and we saw glimpses of that, his potential. Yes, he did. Irrespective of the fact that you have a Vardy there, okay? Irrespective of the fact that you have a Vardy, and what were you expecting in the sense that he's just having a fantastic showing in the countryside, not really with a big club. He comes over to England. It didn't work out at Man City. He's gone to Leicester, and then he's had to earn his spot in the side, coming behind Jamie Vardy. So obviously, yes, he's earned his starting shirt. He's made a contribution at Leicester City, and of course now he's on the move once again. And I think for me, going into Sevilla, there is nobody you will tell me in that side that is a straight up 9. There's nobody you tell me in that side that is a straight up 9. So he should be starting as a 9 for that side.
Aside from Enesri and one other player, Sevilla has never played a starting 9.
That's why I disagree with you.
If you look at it, even before Nesri came in and started playing wonders, he was playing off the bench. I think last 2 seasons, Nesri played off the bench.
But let's check it out though. How has that worked for Sevilla? How far?
Last season was, you said?
How far? How market for Sevilla?
Come against say what?
Yes, how far? How market?
Who won't break their record for Europa League?
How far? How market? Forget about Europa League. We're talking about the league in this scenario now. We're talking about the league.
Last season they had a lot of crises. They had plenty crises. So you won't use last season to compare the whole.
No, they have always been a big side.
They've always ended up in the top 4.
Yeah, but they've fallen out of favor now in the series.
This is the first time they are dropping out of the top 6 in Spain.
Dropping out of top 10 too.
You get, so you can't use this last season, 2023-2024 season, to categorize the style of play in general.
Okay, guys. But Iheanacho moving to that team, you are saying that he's not going to get there and nail down a starting 9.
Shirt, no, but he's going to build his career from there.
Let's look at this guy.
You're saying build his career. Build his career. This is double standards. This guy went to Luton Town. Now he's back at Aston Villa. In Luton Town, you think he was starting? At first, he wasn't starting at Luton Town. He was playing from the bench. He was playing the last 30 minutes of the game at first. Then from there, he started, at first now, first 3 months, 6 months, they'll play you off the bench to see if you're worthy enough for this position. And I think that's what Iheanacho should be fighting for. The first 6 months, he should survive the first 4 months in Spain first. Now you understand that he's going into a Spanish side. He's not too fluent in that language. He'll have to pay an interpreter at some point. Someone to interpret the language for him. Language barrier will kind of slow him down in fitting into the team.
I disagree.
You understand? This is a Sevilla team that speaks Morocco, that speaks Spanish, that speaks French, that speaks Portuguese. English is not their common language. So he will have to learn how to speak Spanish as well. And then I thought, okay, fine. He learned how to speak French when he was in Belgium. He learned how to speak English. Nigeria is an English-speaking country, but language barrier would also affect his first 6 months. So you don't expect him to just go into the Sevilla side.
Well, let's say, John. What if he goes there and shines immediately? Is it
That's the
possible?
thing. That's the thing.
Well, there's a possibility
See,
there.
at the end of the day, anyway you want to cut it, you have Iheanacho moving into that side. I think he has a starting spot, whether you want to argue that or not.
Okay, let's
In
see.
But the
Europa
bottom
League,
line, the
if
bottom
they reach
line.
Europa League next season, but
I dis-
first 6 months,
I
no.
disagree.
Let's
I
see,
disagree
because
with
if you look at their attacking option, that central position, they lack depth there. So probably they might actually sign probably one more player to compete with Iheanacho, or sometimes probably they buy a player to
Definitely,
to
to
combine
complement him.
Let's see what happens. But now he is moving to Sevilla Island, we are all hoping that our senior man, we call him our senior man, he's our senior man, and he's going to do well, hopefully.